Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs and rabbits, and welcome your beautiful faces to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be picking the New Year's orders. So this is everything that is sold during the New Year period. So what I'll do is take you with me to the unit, which we are at now, and we'll flip you around, show you exactly what we sold, how much we paid for it, and how much we sold it on eBay, Amazon, Depop or Vinted for. So before we do go, please do me one favor, smash that like button and subscribe if you are new around here. Let's get a wiggle on to see what we've sold. Right, the first item we have sold is this Protein Works nutritional whey protein powder in chocolate silk. I think it says chocolate silk somewhere. Chocolate silk, look at that, beautiful flavour. Sold this for £35, I think. Owes us £7.99, a cheeky little bit of RA. Now we are off into the AB bin, and we've sold a pair of Hotter shoes. You know, I'm a big advocate of an Hotter, and here they are, Hotter Periwinkles, brand new, unboxed, took an offer of £27. Happy days. And in fact, that deserves a bish bash bosh. Up the periwinkles, let's go. Right, into the AE box, and it's a pretty full box. However, we have sold something that we brought from Cornwall Vintage Wholesale Company about a year ago now, so I'm glad it has finally sold. And there it is, Woolwich sort of brown gilet, £19.99 over at Depop as well. So nice cheeky little Depop sale, 20 quid from a fiver, not too shabby. Into the AF box, and we've sold something for the £1 challenge. We have sold the Gant Tyler jeans, which are these ones. They sold for £20 plus postage. Don't tend to do too well with Gant stuff, but that sort of that brand there and that sort of sub model, Gant Tyler, sold pretty well. £20 free postage. We then sold another pair of jeans. These are Levi's 501s. They sold for £25 free postage. Pretty standard sale here. Eaton striped gold, Laura Ashley wallpaper. Paid £1 for these and sold this roll for £14.95. Next sale, one of these Karcher K2 power controls with the home kit. I'm making about £40 per unit on these, so £110 on eBay. After fees and all that, I'm probably profiting in and around the £40 mark, and I've got a few left. So that's one of them gone. I say I've got a few left, but in fact, I sold this whole stack this weekend. 110, and the smaller one for 90. It's nearly £400 worth of stock sold. Profiting about 35 on this one, 40 on that one, 40 on that one, and 40 on that one. So absolutely bish bash Karcher bosh. Into the CD media box, and we've sold Faithless the Dance, rest in peace. Yeah, that's probably why this has actually sold. Sold it for £4.99 free postage. Actually owes us no more than like 7 or 10p. I brought loads of media from Oxfam when they were closing down in my local area, and they were selling like 10 CDs for like 90p. So it owes me about between 7 and 10p, because I did buy a lot more than just these. But so yeah, happy days, large letter, really nice and light. So we'll go with Royal Mail, and it will only cost me about £1.50 to post. Into the Z box, and we've sold some skiing trousers, and they sold for £40. However, it didn't sell on eBay. They in fact sold on Depop. This is a Finnish brand, obviously Finnish being Finland, and they are a brand called Move Over, whatever you want to call them, and they sold for 40 quid on Depop. Nice salopettes, really nice condition, Gore-Tex, happy days. You guys saw me pick this up the other day, probably on one of the Vlogmas videos. In fact, Garfield Lasagna World Tour, that sold for £15 free postage. Owes us a whopping 50p. Right, another one for the £1 challenge. In the AE box we go, and we've sold these Clark's Artisans, sort of really nice, like deep purple heels. Really nice condition, to be honest, hardly been worn. Sold them for £20 plus postage. Think owes us about a fiver. So yeah, £20, 4 times your money before fees. Obviously, when it comes to the £1 challenge, I do actually charge postage. So yeah, happy days. And there's the other one. Deep into the AS box, we have in fact sold these pair of walking trousers. They are not them ones. They are probably these ones. No, they're not them ones. I've just pulled them ones out. These ones. These are the 3/4. That is correct. North Face 3/4 sold for $17.95. Women's. So yeah, not too bad indeed. Plus a little bit of postage because again, a part of the £1 challenge. Into the Xbox, we've sold a pair of grey Levi's. According to this, I think they are not the cords ones. I think they're actual denim ones. Are these pair of Levi's? Hopefully size 36. Yep, they are. Sweet. Sold these again, £25. Free postage. Right, into the AY box, and we've sold this super dry, sort of like chore bikers, sort of really heavy cotton jacket. This sold for £22.50. It's a women's size XL, and it sold pretty quick. I took a bit of a punt to this in a car boot the other day, because I don't really tend to sell too much super dry. But when it's slightly unusual like this, it's always worth a cheeky look on solds on eBay, and then you can make your mind up if it's worth selling for yourself. £22.50 for me is worth me selling and listing. Happy with that sale, to be fair. Like I said, took a punt and it did pay off quite nicely. Owes me £4, I think. 4 into £22.50 is definitely better than a kick in the teeth. AA box, and we think sold, yeah, this is it, Starblitz 2000 T. Just a little bit of a quick flash. Sold this for $11.95 plus postage. And sticking with some cameras, we've sold a Pentax into the C box. Let's just take all these massive Berghaus fleeces. This is Pentax. I mean, it's a Pentax case, so hopefully the actual camera's inside, which it seems to be. We sold this weird and wonderful SBO 60V. You wouldn't be surprised. I was surprised when this sold. It sold for £45 for this and its case. People have too much money to spend on cameras. Another one of these Karchers sold for £100 free postage. Again, profiting about £40 on this specific model. Moving on swiftly, we sold, I believe, Nunchuck, an official Nintendo Wii Nunchuck, and its controller for the £1 challenge. Sold it for £11.50 plus a little bit of postage. Postage is around about £3. So £14.50 all in for this. I'll take that. £14.50. That's actually better than I thought I was going to get, to be honest. I did actually in fact accept an offer as well, so that is always nice. Yep, happy days. Another £14 back into the kitty. Well, £11.50 because obviously £3 of that is postage. The next couple of items that we sold were a pair of 303 XL black and tricolour. They sold together for £44, free postage. Nice, easy, small parcel. Should only cost about £2.85 to post. Owes us about £20 because I was in fact going to send these off to Amazon until I realised in fact I was actually engaged in HP, and I just thought for the speed of what I want to do, just get things in and out quickly, I thought it'd be best if I just listed them on eBay, recoup some of the money. Still made a little bit of money, probably made about £10, but not all is lost. But yeah, happy days. Right, we're now going into the AZ box, and we have sold this beautiful little machine, this Life and Beauty smooth out and firmer body device. Looks a little bit rude, but it's not, I do promise. Basically, it's like a massaging thing. Sold for 35 or maybe £40. Can't remember off the top of my head. Owes us a tenner. Nice, easy listing. It sold rapid, and it's going to its new buyer. I think it's actually going to Essex. So let's get that picked, packed and dispatched as well today. Yeah, it was one hell of a bank holiday weekend. So this is like crazy amount. We've still got probably another 20 orders to go. So enough waffling on. Let's flip the camera around and continue seeing what we actually sold. Pretty happy with how this bank holiday weekend went. We absolutely smashed it. The one thing I'm not looking forward to is packing it all, because let's be honest, packing is probably the worst job of an eBay reseller. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your worst job about reselling? For me personally, it's packing. I hate it. Enough waffling on about postage being the worst thing in the world to do, but we've sold another pair of Levi's, this time a beautiful pair of women's ones. They sold for £25. These are the 724 high-rise straights. £25 for women's Levi's. A lot of people don't tend to sell that much Levi's, especially in the women's category. But honestly, they just sell as strong as men's. They do take a little bit longer than men's, I must admit that. £25 back in the kitty, which we can reinvest into some new beautiful stock. Next one, a tee, and this is in fact a bulk media sort of sell. This is just, believe it or not, just a very, very skinny vest, women's Adidas vest thingy me bobby. Literally, look, that's all it is. I mean, it's literally just a vest, a gym thing. Sold for £12.95p. Absolutely beautiful little sale. Owes us a quid if that. So yeah, we'll take that. This is literally just a John Lewis wool trench coat, women's, sold for £30. It's already packed, ready for its new owner. £30. Owes us 4 quid from an indoor car boot. Also sold a 2004 download Donington Park. Beautiful main stage lineup there. Look at that. Linkin Park, Sum 41, Metallica, Slipknot, all the beasts. Sponsored by Snickers. Absolutely beautiful shirt. Fruit of the Loom tag. It sold for £25, free postage, going abroad to Ireland, I believe. So they paid a little bit more because obviously it's gone GSP. Nice little download 2004 hit too. Absolutely beautiful sale. Love selling stuff like this. Vintage tour t-shirts, vintage music t-shirts. Yeah, £25, free postage. Actually, I think that was actually £20 free postage. I think I accepted an offer. Right. Let's keep picking into the AA box, and we've sold a pair of Chathams. These normally sell very, very well in the summer. Not sure how much you're going to see of these. Hang on. Yes, Chathams. Not much to say about these really. Sell really, really strong in the summer, and they've sold pretty well today. They sold for £27.95p. This here is the logo for Chathams. If you ever do find that logo on shoes, definitely pick them up. Right, into the B box, and we've sold these pair of brand new unboxed MBT boys. Sold them for £40, and they're going abroad via the GSP to America. I think they paid nearly £70, maybe even £80 all in. We then sold a pair of 505s, the Levi cords. We picked these up with John Luke Resells. His link will be in the description below if you want to go and follow him. Paid what? I don't know, £7 I think. Sold them pretty much within 48 hours for £30 plus postage. So yeah, happy days with that one. Knew it was gonna be a quick seller. Levi cords, honestly, sell super duper fast. Into the AT box, we've sold a Arsenal jacket that we brought off Mike Barnett. I think it's this one. Tofts. Yeah, Tofts is an official, unofficial branded clothing that makes and reproduces vintage football shirts. This is the brand you want to be on the lookout for. Tofts. Some of their stuff is worth a fair bit of chunk and change. This is a 1972 repro of the 1972 jacket, so that sold for £25 plus postage. Worked it out that every item that I brought off Mike owes me about 4 or 5 quid, so yeah, well into profit with that. And it also goes towards the £1 challenge. It's into the Depop 2, and we have sold a little bit of JDRA. So JD obviously being the sportswear company on the high street. We sold these beautiful Adidas. I better take that tag off. We sold these. We got 40 quid, I do believe, and obviously you can tell we spent 15. So 15 into 40, not too shabby. A little bit of RA. And yes, we've just pulled the tag off. I must have used the other one to take photos and just used that as a multi-quantity. But yep, no worries. Like I said, £15 paid. I think we sold it for 40 odd quid. So yeah, pretty happy with that, especially when it comes to RA. Just in case some of you guys aren't aware what RA means, it's simple. You buy from one retail shop like JD, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Wilko's, Asda, all them good stuff, and you sell it online for a profit. That is what RA basically is. And like I said, we bought them from JD for £15, flipped them for 40, and a nice multi-quantity listing. And we should, yeah, the other one should go for around about the £40 mark as well. Sold this Lego base plate for £8.99 free postage. Just this one on its own, £8.99. Happy days. Trek the Third. £8.99. Took an offer, had it for a tenner. Took an offer of, well, a £1 and 1p off. Shrek the Third, £8.99. Into the Y box, and we've sold these beautiful Clark Chelsea boots. They sold for £30, free postage. Pretty decent condition, to be fair. Plenty of life left, plenty of tread left, and obviously we sold it with the left boot as well. It's always good practice to sell shoes in pairs. There's always a rummage around tip there. Sell your shoes in pairs so you can get a bit more money. Sold these for £30, free postage. Yeah, obviously you're going to sell shoes in pairs. Come on, Kieran. Right, we're in the AA box and we're trying to find a pair of cufflinks. They are Paul Smith cufflinks. I'm not too sure. Here they are. Nice, easy box. Paul Smith cufflinks, £20 plus postage, and also part of the £1 challenge. We have sold, and this is the penultimate item of the crazy bank holiday weekend worth of sales. Eden Park. This was probably one of my last ever pickups from a Spalding car boot. Eden Park, definitely be on the lookout for this. It's a little bit of a bolo. Sold this for £35, free postage. It's just a nice sort of bomber Harrington jacket, and yeah, sold pretty well. It took about 2.5 months to sell, but I'm willing to wait because I've got a unit full of stock, and once it's in this unit, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind sort of thing. So I don't mind holding on to stuff to get the better, higher prices. But yes, definitely be on the lookout for Eden Park. And the last item for the bank holiday weekend were these pair of Vans. They sold for £28, free postage, owes me £8. As you can see, plenty of life left. Happy days. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a jam-packed weekend, bank holiday weekend of sales. We must have taken pushing the £1,200 mark this weekend. Probably one of my best weekends in a very long time. Obviously, a lot of people got some Christmas money to spend in the new year. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please do me one huge favor. Smash the hell out of that like button. Turn that like button blue. And I'll see you beautiful lot in the next one. Let's go.